Hey guys, I have decided that I'm going to give you an update because it's been a hot minute since the last one that I did. So the last one that I did was February 21st and it's March 14th. So it's been a minute. Also, if you can hear the kids or my mom, I'm really sorry. I'm in the bedroom and they're in there. So, and I'm doing laundry. Anyway, so the last time I talked to you guys, I had lost only 4 pounds and I was kind of upset about it. I am nervous because I needed to be 40 pounds lighter and I was only 36 or something like that. So I was really nervous, but when I went to my last appointment on the 5th of March, I actually found out that I lost the amount that I needed to lose. I was exactly 40 pounds light goal. I hit the 40 pounds. So I went in and I weighed myself and I was like, yes! Yes! So I was really excited. And then when I went to the doctor's office, I was 487 at my clinic. And then when I went to the surgical centers so that I can get my EGD done, 2 days later, I was 481.4 and I've held steady there. I haven't lost any more weight since in a week. So, I was very excited. I still am very excited. I'm 100% approved for surgery. I have all of the money that I need. My sister never came through for me, but that's a different story. I earned it myself, and I am so excited because I'm going to get my surgery this time. And, yeah, I'm so excited. So today's the 14th, and I just got off work, and Leanne's open house is tonight, so we're going to go there. Tomorrow is the last day of school before spring break, so we don't have to go back to school for 9 days. And so, yeah, the kids are going to their mom's house, and I'm excited. My mom had some health issues. She ended up, okay, so this is how our week went 2 weeks ago. So I had my appointment, and I was a little upset, but I got over it. And then Monday I went to the gym and I dropped a 45-pound weight on my foot like this. And so I broke 3 of the bones in my foot. So I couldn't go to the gym for a week. I actually haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks because I broke my foot. Then the very next day my mom was at work and a ladder fell on my car, and so I had to run around and get estimates for that while having to deal with that. And then Wednesday, my mom, I finally convinced her. I said, please go to the hospital. She was, for some reason, her whole body just swelled, and she was having a hard time breathing and everything like that. So I took her to urgent care, and urgent care said, we can't take her here. She's too ill. You need to go to the hospital. So I took her to the emergency room, and she was admitted for 4 days. She had AFib, where her body swelled with so much water because the bottom of her heart wasn't beating hardly because she had fluid in it. So the top part was beating to like overcompensate for the bottom. So just sitting in the bed in the triage area of the hospital, her heart rate would go from 105 to skyrocket to 157, all the way down to like 117 to 150, all the way down to like 102 to 145. So it was just going up and down so crazy. So they admitted her, and I took the kids to and from school every day and down to their mom's house for the weekend. And then it was very scary. She was very, very ill. It was very scary. So the doctor said that if I hadn't have taken her in there, she wouldn't have lasted until Monday. And that's very scary. So then that happened, and on the 5th, which was 2 days after she got out of the hospital, she was in the hospital with me so that I can have my EGD done. That's what kind of warrior my mom is. So, yeah, that was 1 week. we just couldn't catch a break. But we just kept pushing through, and yeah, my Aunt Tracy came and she watched the kids so that I can go to my last appointment while my mom was still in the hospital. And then I went and got my EGD done, and then the very next day, my Aunt Tracy, after my EGD, my Aunt Tracy said, pack a bag, we're going somewhere. So I said, okay. She said, so there's a story behind this, but the very first requirement was I needed to have socks. There's a story behind that, but that's a whole other story. So I needed to have socks, and I needed to have walking shoes, and I needed to have spending money. I didn't know where we were going. It was my cousin Carla's birthday on the 9th. So she said, have walking shoes. Anyway, she said, have walking shoes, be ready. So I said, okay. So then I went to the store and I bought some walking shoes, and luckily I had just gotten paid, so I had spending money, and we went down to Stanislaus and got my cousin Carla, and then she drove us, and her and my other cousin Christopher, Carla's older brother, surprised all of us with a trip to Disneyland, which I had never gone before, so it was really exciting. So we were there. We drove on, because we're in Northern California, and Disneyland is in Southern California, which is like 12 hours away. So Friday we were driving, and then Saturday we were all at Disneyland for the whole day. Like, literally, we got there 8:30. What? So Saturday we got there at 8:30 in the morning, and we didn't leave until 6:30 in the afternoon. We were at Disneyland all day. I walked over 10,000 steps before 1. So we walked everywhere. And then Sunday we drove all day. And now it's Thursday, so that was last day. Yeah, we walked everywhere. Everywhere. But it was so fun. I finally got ears. I'd never been to Disneyland, so I got a first-time pin, and Carla got a happy birthday hat with ears, and it was so fun. I will say, though, and I'm really sorry if I start crying, but it still affects me because this has never happened to me before, but every single ride that I went on, I would ask them, is there a weight limit for this? Can I fit on this? And every single person said yes. Yeah, you're fine. It would be iffy sometimes, but I would fit. I had to go through some turnsicles or whatever, turnstiles or whatever they're called, and it would be difficult, but I would fit. So we went, and I will say we went on the Splash Mountain ride. We went on the Splash Mountain ride, and it was my very first roller coaster, and it was memorable. My cousin making some weird faces. Anyways, and then we decided we were going to go out to Adventureland, and we were going to go on this boat ride, and they said, yeah, you'll fit, no problem. So we were going through the line, and you're herded like cattle there, so you have to go through this maze, and then go upstairs, go through, and then you're downstairs, and you go through again, and then you go through a turnstile before you put on the boat. And I didn't fit through the turnstile. I didn't fit. So I turned around, and everyone of my party, there was 5 of us, went first, and then it was me, and I didn't fit. And I just turned around, and my first thought, excuse my language, my first thought was, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to get out of here. I need to get the fuck out of here. So I looked, I turned around, and I said, excuse me, love, excuse me, honey, sorry, excuse me. And I started to leave, and then one person started to chuckle, and another person started to chuckle. We had about 100 people literally point and laugh at me because I couldn't fit on the ride. So, and the whole time I'm just like, excuse me, love, excuse me, honey, sorry, honey, excuse me, because there was no space. There was no way to, like, cross traffic. You're in wooded, like, paths. So I left, and then I got a call from Carla, and she's like, where are you? And I said, I didn't fit. And she's like, oh, Mom talked to somebody, and they're going to let you go through the handicap section. And my thought was, I'm not getting on that boat. Not after everyone just pointed and laughed at me. I'm not doing that. So I said, Carla, I'm not getting on the ride. She goes, Etta, don't worry about it. You can fit. You know, they're going to put you on where they put the wheelchairs on. And I said, Carla, I'm not fucking getting on that ride. I'm not going. Because at this time, they didn't know that they laughed at me. But I wasn't about to ruin the ride for them. So Carla was like, Mom, Etta's not getting on. So Aunt Tracy said, I'm off. I said, no, it doesn't matter. You know, she could stay on. And I just hung up because I'm not going to argue. Go have your ride, you know? And I went across to buy some stuff. And I was in the middle of purchasing it. And my Aunt Tracy comes walking up. And I said, I'm going to buy this stuff right now. It's fine, you know, it's fine, it's okay. I just didn't fit. And she goes, okay. So then I bought this stuff. And I said, this one's for you, and this one's for Carla, and this one's for me. Because that's what we do is when we buy little trinkets and stuff, we get one for each of us so that we all have matching out. It's the same with this tattoo. I have a red one, and they each have blue ones. It's just what we do. So I bought an E for me, a T for Aunt Tracy, and a K for Carla. And it had like Mickey and Minnie. It's really cute. And we sat down in the sun and waited for them to get off. And Aunt Tracy goes, it's okay, honey. And she went to hold my hand. And I can see the embarrassed pity on her face. And that just made me well up. And I said, it's okay, Tracy. We'll come back when I'm skinnier. And she goes, yeah, we'll come back when you're skinnier. And I just... I've never wanted the surgery so much in my life. So now every time I think about Disneyland, I'm like, I had so much fun. Until I didn't. You know, and then I posted on Facebook because I'm a member of this thing called Fitness Sisters, this page, and I said, you know, I need help. I said, please help me. I had 100 people in a public amusement park point and laugh at me, and I kept thinking about it after. I was like, you know, in the movie Carrie, how she envisions everyone pointing and laughing at her, and everyone's like, oh my God. And they didn't actually point, and I'm like, no, they did. They did. And on the way back up, Carla was talking to me, and I said, you know, I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys that I was leaving. Anyways, I was telling Carla, I said, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you guys that I was leaving. I just kind of needed to get out of there. And she's like, yeah, I turned back to see if you were coming, and you were shoving people out of your way to leave. She goes, and I saw them laughing at you. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know. So, I've never wanted this surgery so much in my friggin' life. And Aunt Tracy already said that after I have my surgery, we're going to go to Harry Potter, Universal Studios Harry Potter something. So, save up for that after my surgery. So, I just can't believe I didn't fit. And what was the point? I mean, what was the point? I asked them if I would fit, and they all said yes. And for another thing, it was a boat ride where you had to sit on a log, okay? It wasn't like sectioned off for each person to sit. It was a log. So why even have the turnstiles to see if you would fit on a log? And we went on a ride, the very first ride, called It's a Small World. And it's annoying but adorable at the same time. It's very colorful. And you get on, and I was, you know, on the ride, and you go through the ride and everything, and then you get off, and then you go through a turnstile. And I fit through that one. I fit when I was going through the ride, going into the park. And I fit when I was going through It's a Small World. But I didn't fit through this one. What is the point of having those? You know, it's not like you have to, like, note how many people go on the ride or whatever, because you pay for the ticket. It doesn't matter. You know? So, yeah, and then I went back to work. And I told my mom, and you know, she was kind of upset for me, but I have never had someone point and laugh at me. You know, I've had people laugh at me, and I've had people pointing and laughing, like, especially when I was feeling so good about myself, because I was, you know, down 38.5 pounds, and I fit into a size 28 now, when I could barely fit into a size 36 when I first started in the beginning of the year. So I was feeling like so good about myself, and the fact that I stayed on my feet from 8:30 in the morning until 6:30 at night. I was always on my feet that whole time, except for 45 minutes. That was broken up from having lunch and sitting waiting for the parade. So, and I didn't make anybody else sit and wait for me. I was up with everyone else. So I was feeling really good about myself, and then everybody's flipping laughing at me. Anyways, I just need to get over it. But now is March 14th, and all I'm waiting for literally is a phone call. That's all I'm waiting for. It's been 9 days, and for some reason I'm like, just call me. I have everything that I need ready. I bought a couch so that I didn't have to sit on hard plastic when I got home, because I haven't had living room furniture. I mean, I live in a 1-bedroom with 6 people, so, but now I have a couch, and I have all of the shakes that I need, and I got a NutriBullet blender for the blended phase, and I have all my vitamins. Like, I am just waiting for the phone call. So I think that will be my next update, is the phone call. Like, I'm so excited, but it's like, hurry up, do it all, and then stop and wait. So, oh, this is a very long video. I'm really sorry, but I had a lot to update you guys on. It's been a lot. So, kind of excited about my surgery, but on the other hand, I'm very nervous. It's gonna hurt, and I need 2 weeks off. Like, if they call me in the middle of spring break and say, you can have your surgery on the 24th, I'm gonna call work and say, sorry, I can't come back for 2 weeks because I'm having surgery. So if I can't work, then I just can't work. That's one of the great things about being a sub at a school, like a substitute at school, is you kind of get to pick what days you want to work. And my mom is doing better, and I won't have the kids. So yeah, I can't wait.